And we are live. Welcome into the Arena Gaming News Morning Show for Friday, November 4th, 2022. I'm your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleman Gaming. Burley, happy Friday to you. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Happy Friday to you, Expat.
It's almost Saturday for me.
I was going to say, I know it's almost Saturday. You're at the last couple hours of Friday.
Yeah, it's like 7:30 p.m. here. So, and then from next Monday, I will be starting the morning show my time in Japan at 8:30 p.m. So, yeah, because of course, for all of you out west, of course, your clocks are going to be moving back again. So, instead of 7:30 start for me, it's 8:30 p.m. But for you, of course, out there, of course, the morning show will continue as usual, but just to be standard time instead of daylight time. So
yeah, and then maybe we're wearing sunglasses for the first 2 to 3.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, I've probably said it before on the morning show and on the podcast. Time change screws me up for the first 3 days.
Yeah. But yeah, no sunglasses, Burley. Come on, man. So
you can make me look cool.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Hey, it's Friday, man. Yeah. So, why do you think, Burley? Why do you think I'm wearing a PlayStation hat and PlayStation shirt today?
PlayStation finally bought us.
Oh.
No.
No, man. No, the reason why I'm wearing it, Burley, is because PlayStation pretty much dominated the week of news, especially with God of War. And we're going to be getting into God of War even more on this edition of the morning show. We're going to be talking about, the graphics for PS4 and PS5 have been revealed. We're going to be talking about that. Also, in our topic of the show, we're going to be talking about the review roundup for God of War Ragnarok. And also, we're going to be talking about Halo Infinite. Had some news come out about the multiplayer. So we're going to be talking about that as well in this episode. So, let's jump into it here. So let's get into the first story right after we get our cup of coffee. So right after this. All right. Burley, have you ever tried the Halo Infinite multiplayer yet? I've only played the campaign. I really haven't had a chance to play any of the multiplayer. What about you?
I played the multiplayer through the beta. That was it.
Okay. So anyway, Halo Infinite is getting match and performance-based XP rewards next week. So I'm going to go into that.
1 year after its release.
I knew you were going to say that, man. I knew you were going to say that. All right, so here is the, for all you video viewers here on the Arena Productions, where, of course, this morning show is exclusive to YouTube on the Arena Productions YouTube channel. So, from IGN, so you can go and check out the article, the full article there. I'm going to read a little bit of it for you. So, this is from Adam Bankhurst. One of the most controversial parts of Halo Infinite has been its approach to progression, as originally it would only reward players with XP for completing challenges and not for how they performed in a match. This is all about to change as Halo Infinite's winter update will add match and performance-based XP when it's released on November 8th. As detailed on Halo Waypoint, the Match XP beta is part of 343 Industries' mission to address player feedback in regard to progression. With Match XP, quote, players will be rewarded for playing whatever mode they want, and your performance in those matches will tie into those rewards, end quote. Furthermore, the majority of XP will come from Match XP as opposed to challenges. So, what do you think about that, Burley? I think that's probably a good thing. I mean, Match XP, instead of only challenges. What's your thought on this?
Yeah, it's a good thing. But you know what? They should have been here at the beginning. Like, this... I'm sorry, I am very hard on this game because they went the live service route. They promised all this stuff on release and then backpedaled and have canceled stuff
Mhm.
So, like, I have such a negative opinion of this game.
Mm.
It's good for
Well,
those that are still playing the multiplayer that have been
yeah,
clamoring for this
yeah.
to get this finally, but I have to say, this is probably too little too late because the player base has been dropping off on this.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have your
are you
hardcore multiplayer players when it comes to Halo. I mean, and they're gonna stick with this, and I think they're gonna like this. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, the player base has dropped off a bit. So
does
I mean,
this
I
make
love
you
the
want to go?
campaign, though. I have to say, I love the campaign. The campaign was amazing. So go ahead, man.
Does this make you want to go sit and play multiplayer, or is it just more of a, oh, that's nice to have that?
Yeah, let us know in the
Probably
comments. Yeah. Hmm.
because, like, to me, this doesn't make me want to go rush and play this. The multiplayer,
Right.
like, yeah, let me know when Forge is fully out and all the other custom games,
Uh,
or let me know when Forge is canceled because I have a feeling they're going to cancel more stuff that they've promised.
Let's see.
Just my opinion.
Yeah. So, a little bit more on this. On November 8th, Match XP will award players with XP for such things as completing matches and being on the winning team, as well as rewarding them with more XP for where they stand on the end of match placement. So 343 has said it is calling this Match XP Beta, as it is going to be monitoring the values for each reward category, adjusting them as we move forwards with this new model, from what 343 Industries says. So basically, this means the values will not be final when Match XP arrives and will be adjusted accordingly. So it looks like they're basically monitoring the system, and it's going to probably be changing from time to time. So yeah. So Match XP will be the main driver in progressing the Battle Pass, and challenges will provide quote bonus boost end quote to gaining those tiers. The purpose of challenges, according to 343, is being quote redirected end quote, and they will now quote primarily serve as the path towards earning customization items each week through the ultimate reward end quote. There will still be XP rewards, but Match XP will be the main source of progression. So yeah, man, I mean, if you're really into this, if you're really into playing the multiplayer and especially matches, I think you're going to be satisfied with these changes. So yeah. So for all of you out there that are into the Halo Infinite multiplayer, yeah, I think this is good news for all of you. So yeah. But like I said, I played the campaign of Halo Infinite and I really enjoyed it. So yeah. So for all of you multiplayer players of Halo Infinite, yeah, let us know in the comments what you think of this, and especially when this goes into effect on the 8th, how you feel about it. So yeah. Okay, Burley, it's time to move on. So next up, let's go ahead and talk about God of War Ragnarok, because yeah, that's the big news of the week, basically. God of War Ragnarok, and of course it's coming out next week, and of course on a regular edition of the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast, which we will be recording tomorrow, episode 110. We're going to be talking about the big November games coming out, and of course God of War Ragnarok is one of the big ones. So we're going to be talking about the graphics, for the PS4 and PS5 versions of God of War Ragnarok, right after we fly the drone. Burley, get the drone controller ready.
Right.
All right, we'll be right back right after this, so stay tuned. All right. So God of War Ragnarok graphics modes revealed for PS5, PS4 Pro, and the PS4. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and show you the link for the article here. So let me go ahead and get that up for you. So the graphics modes there from IGN. Another article from IGN. So God of War Ragnarok graphics modes revealed. So I'm going to read a little bit of that for you. So, yeah. So This is again from Adam Bankhurst. Sony Santa Monica Studio has revealed the graphics modes for God of War Ragnarok on PS5, PS4 Pro, and PS4. Santa Monica Studio shared these modes on Twitter, and the news follows a report that stated God of War Ragnarok would have a 120 hertz performance mode on PS5. This appears to still officially be the case with the Favor Performance plus HFR, which stands for high frame rate mode, and the Favor Performance plus HFR plus VRR variable refresh rate mode. As always, achieving 120 hertz requires a TV or monitor that supports HDMI 2.1. So I'm going to go ahead and show you now for example, the graphics modes here.
Yep.
So from the PS5 and the PS4. So, you know what I'm hearing, Burley? I'm hearing that people that try to play this, or the reviewers that tried to play this on the original PS4, it's just sounding even worse than a jet engine now.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. So anyway, as we see here, the PS4, you have the Pro, Favor Performance, and Favor Quality, the standard. So if you're playing on a standard PS4 like the original PS4, you're going to get 1080p and 30 frames per second target. Yeah. So I mean, it's 1080p, man. That's standard. So if you still only have the original PS4 or the launch PS4, that's what you're going to get. And then with the Pro, you have the Favor Performance, Favor Quality. So Favor Performance, 1080 to 1656p, unlock 30 frames per second. Favor Quality, 1440 to 1656p, and 30 frames per second. So you're going to get a little bit of a boost when it comes to playing it on a PS4 Pro. So Burley, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, this was no shocking to me. And yes, I grabbed the little axe. The one thing on this whole thing is, remember, there was the whole story of 120 frames per second. And I know someone is going to look at this chart and think, I don't see 120 frames per second.
Yeah, you only see 60. Yeah. So.
You see 60, unlocked 60.
Yeah.
So, it could go up to on 120 on some of these. Who knows? But it's this... I got nothing wrong with this. If it runs at 30 on the PS4, it runs on 30 on the PS4. I'm hoping that means they put a lot of time. They've got a lot of different options with the PS5. So I'm really hoping they put the time into the PS5 version. And judging by other stuff we've heard, it kind of it sounds like they have. So
well, I'm definitely going to be playing on PS5. I have a PS5, and I know you are as well. So, so my question to you is, which do you prefer, the Favor Performance, or using Favor Performance plus HFR? I mean, I'm thinking Favor Performance because I have a 4K monitor above me here. So I think I can get 2160p out of it and 60.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm going to go Favor Performance. I don't have 4K monitors here, but when I've got it up to my 4K TV, I want to try, and I'm going to try the different modes. I'm going to try the Favor Quality with 20 native 4K with 30 FPS. Because like I said, 30 FPS isn't a bad thing to me. Like, as long as the game, it runs well and feels well, I'm not a guy that, oh my god, it's not 60, it's ruined forever. Like some people.
I think it's definitely going to run at 60. Whether it can get up to 120, I don't know, man. But to me, honestly, I don't care. I mean, as long as it's running around 60, because I'm playing it on a PS5, it should run at 60. In that case, whether it gets to 120 or not, I don't really care. It's going to look beautiful anyway. So, I'm looking forward.
This game's going to look beautiful and run well.
Yeah. Well, it's Sony Santa Monica. I mean, they're a high class very, very high quality studio when it comes to, making these games. So really looking forward to that. So. All right, so that has been the graphics mode. So we're going to go ahead and take another little quick break here, and then we're going to get to the reviews for God of War Ragnarok right after this. So stay tuned. All right, so we're going to go through our review roundup for God of War Ragnarok, and I will give you guys the link. This is to the GameSpot article that came out with the mix of reviews that are coming out for God of War Ragnarok and Burley. I was not surprised by any of these. The majority of these, majority of these are 10s, 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 9.5s, 10s. I mean, it's...
yeah.
I mean, I just...
Who are those studios that gave this a 9.5 or a little lower? I think we need to pay those reviewers. We need to remind them of a few things as I'm stroking the axe here.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that no game is a perfect game. I mean, 9.9. Yeah, I'm not the type of person that can give a game a 10. That's just me. But
I get it. To me, there are perfect games that just, to me, are perfect because they feel they niche. They have a good story, good soundtrack to them, and just good gameplay. But I know no game is truly perfect. There's always some small little bug or something.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and read a few of these reviews here. So I'm going to read the GameSpot review, which actually they didn't give it 100 out of 100. They gave it a 90 out of 100. So Timur Hussein writes, quote, God of War Ragnarok is a lavish production with pristine visuals, jaw-dropping scale, crunchy combat that is as satisfying as it is brutal, and a world that begs to have its every corner and crevice explored. It's a spectacular blockbuster, but these are the least of its achievements, end quote. Yeah. Games Radar gives it a 4.5 out of 5. Quote, I found God of War Ragnarok, so this is from Leon Hurley. Quote, I found God of War Ragnarok an oddly split experience overall. There's a light start that feels padded, still good but missing depth, which leads into a weighty finish that's every bit the equal of its predecessor. But despite feeling like a 15-hour story trying to fill a 30-hour game, God of War Ragnarok is still easily one of the best PS5 games of the year. Okay. And then let's start looking at the perfect scores. IGN Simon Cardy gives it a perfect score, 10 out of 10. Quote, an enthralling spectacle to behold, and even more exciting one to take the reins of. God of War Ragnarok melds action and adventure together to create a new, unforgettable Norse saga. Impeccable writing, pitch-perfect performances, knockout action. It's a complete work of art from top to bottom, end quote. And then one more. VG247 gives it a 5 out of 5. This is from James Billcliffe. Quote, although it starts out remarkably similar to the 2018 God of War, both mechanically and graphically, God of War Ragnarok gradually builds into a meaningful evolution for the series, expanding the scope of gameplay both stealthily and overtly, while delivering a tense and twisty story that blends legend around its characters in exciting and endlessly interesting ways, end quote. So yeah, I mean, just all across the board, I mean, pretty much either perfect or very, very close to perfect. So I don't know, Burley, what do you think, man? I mean, we were talking about this before we started recording tonight. Is this going to be Game of the Year?
I think it's going to be Game of the Year. I think this has the potential to beat Elden Ring for Game of the Year. Mm-hmm. This was like to a lot of people, this has been highly anticipated. and I've liked the trailers so far because the trailers have done a good job. They give you just enough. They don't like go out of their way and be like, here is Kratos killing Odin, for example, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like they give you just a bit of this. Like they show Freya, they show Tyr, the god of war. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're giving you just a bit, and you're like, oh, I can't wait to see this.
Yeah. Yeah, what's interesting to me is in some of these reviews, they're saying it's very similar to the 2018 God of War, like mechanically and things like that when the game starts. And so I'm wondering, as you progress farther through the game mechanically, how are things going to change?
Yeah,
that's what I'm interested in as we play this.
And
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with being like the 2018 game because
we
could say I could easily say it was the best God of War game.
Yeah,
I like the other God of War games, but it did something different, and it just like it uses the weapons aren't just used for combat; they use for puzzle solving and stuff like that. I liked exploring, so like that's the thing. So we're getting that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I really want to hear what when we do the podcast this weekend. I'm really interested to see what our other co-host, Turn-Based Carl, thinks about these review scores and about the graphics modes for PS5 and PS4, and because he doesn't have a PS5 yet. He has a PS4, but does that get him over the edge and decide to get it to play on PS4 instead of PS5? And about the review scores too. I'm interested to see what he has to say about those. But I'm really excited, and obviously I'm excited as we move into after November into December when we get to the Game Awards. It's going to be either this game or Elden Ring that is going to win Game of the Year. I'm saying it now. There is no other game. There is no other game that is going to win Game of the Year other than either God of War Ragnarok or Elden Ring. Personally, my Game of the Year so far is Horizon Forbidden West, but I have a feeling after next week when I start playing this game, it could overtake Horizon Forbidden West. Yeah,
Horizon was, but then actually Stray took it for me. I know I'm probably weird on that, but like I just love that little game.
Yeah, Stray was a great game too.
So I'm sure God of War is going to take it for me, but I would love to just see Stray come in and just win, but I know it won't. You're not going to have it be like another It Takes Two where it just comes out of nowhere and dominates.
Yeah.
It's gonna. If it doesn't win Game of the Year, but it'll win everyone's PlayStation Game of the Year from all these publications.
Oh yeah, of course it's going to be PlayStation Game of the Year, yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then of course for you, Burley, Pokemon is going to be Nintendo Game of the Year, right?
When it comes maybe out. Maybe when it comes out. That's the thing.
Yeah,
it could be the triangle strategy. Like Nintendo has had some hits. And the problem is, this will be the second Pokemon game this year. So I know I'm in the minority. I really like Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how this, because this is your standard Gen 9 for Pokemon, your standard kind of thing. So I'm curious to see, because we haven't had as many leaks as we normally have.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see where this one's going to go and what fully they take from the last generation and Legends Arceus.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And then, of course, later this month, and we're going to be talking about it on the podcast when we record it tomorrow, Sonic Frontiers.
Who knows? Sonic Frontiers could come out and blow out God of... I can't even finish that statement. I'm just hoping for a good Sonic game.
Yeah.
I know that's probably hoping for too much.
No, you never know. It's possible, but
stranger things have happened.
Yeah. Okay, so before we end the episode, of course it's Friday, so I thought we would do start on Fridays here on the morning show, kind of our Friday wind down, and talk about the games that we have been playing and what we're going to be playing this coming weekend. So I'll start. I'm playing, of course, A Plague Tale Requiem. I'm still enjoying it. But as I was saying to you, Burley, outside of the recordings, so far I've got through the first 3 chapters, and it still seems like the previous game, A Plague Tale Innocence. You're still doing stealth. You're still of course, using torches. You're using sticks to move from, the urns and everything. It's still, and you're still using the slingshot. So it still really seems like the first game at the moment. But I'm sure as I progress farther into it, she's going to get, Alicia is going to get more skills. And use more weapons and things like that, because as from the reviews, as you progress through the game, I mean, she gets more and more brutal, so we shall see. But yeah, I've been playing that. So what have you been playing?
Personally, continuing on with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I'm really enjoying that game. It's just I haven't had as much time lately to put into it. For stream wise, I'm hoping to finish up Ghostbusters on Monday, remastered. So,
yeah, you were telling me about the AI in that game.
The AI sucks. That is probably some of the worst ally AI I've ever seen. Whoever programmed that, you need to learn a few things. That's all I'll say. I'm not saying you should be fired. You need a lot to learn.
Okay.
But next week I've got Sonic Frontiers on Tuesday, and that was a sub goal. The sub goal was met, so
yeah,
I've got that game coming. I've got to do.
Yeah. So obviously, of course, my co-host Burley of Burleyman Gaming is a Twitch streamer. Over on Twitch, so the link is below. Go and check out his streams when he's streaming. So Burley, what time do you usually stream for those of our viewers here on YouTube? What time do you usually stream over on Twitch?
Just gonna answer one thing in chat. Woke up in time. Hey Fubu, welcome on in.
Hey Fubu, hey, welcome on in, man.
So for in Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday, I stream 5:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for Sundays, I stream 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where those streams usually have been community games. Lately, it's been Mario Kart. I've been doing a lot of fun with that, so people can either race with me or use good old Streamlets to make me lose the races.
Right. Yeah, so go check out Burley on his Twitch channel when he's doing live streaming of games, and you can chat with him as well about the stuff we talk about here on the morning show, and as well as on the podcast, on the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News podcast, which of course we will be recording tomorrow, episode 110. And our topic of the show is going to be the big game releases of November. So we're going to be talking more about God of War Ragnarok. We're going to be talking about the Pokemon games. We're going to be talking about Sonic. Yeah. So a lot of games coming out, but we're going to focus on the big games for November. Yeah. So
we got Fubu, Early's amazing streamer with a lovely community. Oh, thanks, man. You're an amazing streamer too, and you got an awesome community too. Please do go check out Fubu, everyone. If we get him to 1,000 followers, he's at 800 and something right now.
Nice.
If you know the certain scene from 40-Year-Old Virgin with the hair getting waxed, I think you can put 2 and 2 together what's going to happen to him.
Okay.
So please go drop him a follow.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So, it's been a long week, Burley, but man, I mean, it's been long, but it went by fast. I mean, we started on Tuesday and just like rolled through. So first week back is in the books. Yeah. So
woo.
Yeah, and of course we will be back on Monday. So Fubu, thank you for stopping in. You came right at the end, but we appreciate it. Thank you so much for dropping by, man. So thank you so much. And for all of you that watch the morning show after we go live, of course, here on the Arena Productions YouTube channel, it will also be uploaded by me to the main page, and also you can find it in the Arena Morning Show playlist, so you can find it there as well. So yeah, so we really appreciate all of you, and let us know in the comments what you think of God of War Ragnarok when it comes to the graphics modes, and what do you think about the reviews of God of War Ragnarok? Do you think it deserves to get a 10 out of 10? I know most of us haven't had a chance to play it yet, but what did you think of the reviews? Did you expect those type of scores, or were you surprised by them? Let us know in the comments. Yeah, so we'd really love to hear from you. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw Fubu has said, I've actually won my copy of God of War Ragnarok. Did this bet with a girlfriend 2 years ago, and I won. Actually, the bet was of 100 euros. Told her, you can give me the game. I will see this video again and comment. Oh, thank you, Fubu.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy God of War Ragnarok. Nice on winning on a bet.
Yeah.
I'm of the weird Amazon, because I got the collector's edition. Amazon saying estimated delivery Friday of that week. It's like, oh.
You know what I suggest? Go to Burley, just get it digitally on Play Asia. Play Asia's got some pretty good prices out here. So yeah, they're based in Hong Kong, but still, I mean, it's pretty good.
So. It's a weird thing for me though. I want to do that, thinking of doing the digitally, and then I have the copy early for day one.
Yeah.
But doing certain games day one on Twitch, I've found has been really weird for me. So I may just wait the couple days, so that way some people have had some time to play it, so my chat doesn't become lurk, don't want spoilers at LL. Yeah. I'm still figuring. I'll probably change my tune. Plus, I got Sonic Frontiers I got to deal with first.
Yeah. So yeah, and of course, I just want to reiterate, of course, we're going to be recording our regular weekly episode of the podcast, episode 110 of the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News podcast from tomorrow, and we're also going to be recording our next discussion and breakdown episode of Andor. So episodes 8 and 9, we're going to be discussing and breaking down those two episodes, and that will be going up to the Arena Productions channel as well this weekend on our Star Wars Republic show. So hope you can come and check that out as well if you are watching Andor. So of course, all of our shows have lots of spoilers in them, so just my advice to you, and of course I mention it at the beginning of each episode that we record, please go and watch the episodes before coming and enjoying our breakdown and discussion episodes, because we don't want anything spoiled for any of you out there. So yeah, so just wanted to let you know that. So okay, so that's going to do it for us. We hope you all have a great Friday and an awesome weekend, and we hope you all enjoy all the games you're playing or any kind of TV shows or movies that you're going to be watching this coming weekend. Obviously, we're getting excited, Burley, are we not, for Wakanda Forever is coming pretty soon. Yeah, another week away. Yeah, so Black Panther 2. Yeah, so of course we'll be doing a breakdown discussion episode of the movie. So we're looking forward to bringing that all to you. So, all right. So I've been your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burleman Gaming. We hope to catch you again on Monday. So, of course, Monday, you guys will be in Standard Time. I will be in Japan Standard Time, obviously. My hour goes ahead 1 hour that I'll be starting recording. But for all of you out there in the West, for example, in America and Canada on the East Coast, it will be 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For the Pacific side, it'll be a little bit early, but of course, like I said, you can watch us in video on demand later on from the playlist or on the main page. But Pacific Standard Time will be 3:30 a.m. For all of you out in the UK, it will be 11:30 a.m. And of course, for me out here in Japan, it will be 8:30 p.m. that I will be recording with Burley. So yeah. So we hope you have a great weekend. So we will catch you again on Monday for the next edition of the morning show. And stay tuned for the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News podcast, which will be recorded tomorrow, and then it will go up of course, on Sunday morning for most of you, for the regular weekly episode of the podcast in audio and video formats. Okay. So take care, everyone. Burley, have a great weekend. I will see you tomorrow anyway for the recording. Fubu, thank you for coming on in, and thank everybody else that come in and check us out. So catch you all on Monday. Peace out.
Take care, everyone.